Here's what this user, a fat cat, has to say in today's video. I'm in my late 20s with a 4-bedroom house, a great car, money in the bank, and no debt. I'm also used to women trying to use me. Sadly, I didn't earn my assets. Just before my pre-teens, I had a traffic accident and part of my skull was removed because of a cerebral hemorrhage. I spent more time in the hospital for checkups and tests instead of school. Human interactions became more taxing and eventually led to severe migraines, and no medications helped. It took me 3 years to figure out that my hearing problem was caused by this, and I had to lisp. My current assets are the result of a 10-year trial. I find that limiting human behavior and contact is fine and is often considered admirable, but being forced into it leads to madness. Reading helps me deal with a lack of human contact before YouTube. At 18, I had 2 relationships. The first ended when I was cheated on. She confessed it on her own as part of a shit test, and the second was ratted out by a mutual friend. A few years later, I'd hear that it's all my fault for not finishing school, becoming financially ruined, and not being able to find a decent job. So I told her it's better to end it now than play things out. But I wasn't willing to end the relationship over a stupid reason like money. It's been 7 years since then, and now I've gotten to the point where I'd lie. Mito ideas are important to me to keep my eyes open. As I said, this relationship isn't based on love but on the mutual benefit. It's also as close to love as it'll get. I don't mind sharing my life or being used, it's my nature. It shows me how to always keep an exit open. I know I can be on my own if I needed to, and I don't want marriage, but I wouldn't mind wearing a ring at the moment. If a man thinks he's using a woman for sex, there are probably more things she's using him for that he's not aware of. I'm all for men and women trying to use each other and what amounts to fair trade, but it's never a fair trade. The woman always gets more out of the relationship than she puts in. That's Brie Folds' law. If she's putting in more effort and energy, she's desperate. We were all after sex and women validation in the 20s. I'm glad to be over that stage in my life, and one day you will be too. You'll look her in the eyes, and hopefully you won't be married to her, and she won't be entitled to half your stuff. At that point, you may release her like a prize base into the muddy waters where you found her. She's in her early 30s and has another 2 or 3 years before her looks fall apart completely. She's with a guy who's renting an apartment for her, paying for her bus pass, and buying her a cat and a bike. She's happy trading sex for an apartment and stuff, but 2 years from now he'll dump her and she won't see it coming. She's getting the better deal right now because he's got a place to live. That's it for today. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for daily videos. See you all in the next video. Him.